Well, welcome into Mississippi Live Weather. I know it's a unique time, but it is a special time because we are celebrating Piominko Day here in Fairpark. Let me try and get this camera adjusted. Apologize for that. Oh, I don't know if it's going to cooperate. There we go. So it is officially Piominko Day here in Fairpark in Tupelo, and as you can see behind me, folks are gathering, excited to celebrate a momentous occasion, the life of a man that was very monumental to the foundation of America, but also the foundation of right here in Tupelo. And so doing it in the home area of where Piominko is set up is just such a great occasion for the Chickasaw Nation, but also for us here in Tupelo. And so folks are gathering here in Tupelo to just bring in the day. And as you can see right now, they have booths set up that are just filled with good times, whether it's coloring, whether it's using the weapons that they actually had back then when they were, I think there was a blow dart that was being used. Also, archery is being used as well. And so folks are just coming out to enjoy a great time here in Fair Park. And what they're actually about to do right now is a little bit of a dance. So you might see that going on behind me. It's just kind of what they would do back then. And so it's just bringing back the good times of what was taking place back in Piominko's day. And so Piominko is just very monumental for the foundation of America, like I was saying, and also Tupelo. But I'm going to try and get it to be turned back behind me if the camera will cooperate and let you guys see what is taking place. So bear with me one moment. Let's see if I can get it. Let me see if you guys can hear this a little bit. And there's many dances that we'll do in order to get throughout the night. We're gonna do this first one for y'all. It's actually our opening dance. And so if you come out. Okay, I think they're about to go ahead and do it. So I'm trying to line this up. So I wanted to get on before this was taking place because I wanted you guys to be able to see this and take place. So as you can see at each booth, there are stuffed animals. There are plenty of things to do. Like I said, from coloring, there's also some weapons over there in the distance. That's an archery booth that you can see right there. And I think the blow dart is right there behind me where my finger is pointing at that booth. But there is the leader of the dance in the middle is kind of going to walk us through how that dance takes place. And so you're probably not familiar with it like me. And so excited to just learn from that. So the event is happening here from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. So it's just getting going. Folks are kind of cycling in, figuring out what it's about. And every single one of them just entertained by each booth because there is so much to do. And so I think the dance is about to get going. He's kind of walking through the history. And so folks are just all around here, just entertained by, what they're learning. This is a big time historical event and a big time event for just all of us to learn something here on our fall break. Maybe if you're lucky, but even if it's just Monday, if you're off for Columbus Day or anything like that, then you get to enjoy that here in Tupelo. So it's happening in Fair Park from 10 to 1. If you do have any free time, highly recommend it. There is a wreath laying ceremony that we'll get to here in just a moment. That's happening at noon. And so you guys can come out there and kind of see, the life of Piominko, and, they kind of tell you a little bit about him. And I'm about to learn a little bit more about him myself because, I'm from Birmingham. So learning a little bit about Piominko was something that was new to me whenever I came here to Tupelo. And so this is just an exciting time, something that a lot of folks are excited about and a lot of folks are still gathering in for. So you're not too late. This is just getting going, and this is going to be something that you can enjoy. So I'm going to step over here and kind of walk you through, the wreath laying ceremony while they're talking about the dance, and hopefully we'll be able to see the dance here in the distance. And as you can see right here, the wreath laying ceremony is going to be happening under the tent. So if you are worried about the sunshine, no, it is going to be good weather for it. And you can see they have the big, grand. Let me see if I can get it turned. Yes, they have the big grand display right here with all the seats in the background. So if you do want some seating room as well, you have that. But there's where it'll be done. And you can see the wreath laying ceremony is actually right behind me. The wreath, I'll take you guys over there to it. The wreath is actually right there, as you can see. Piominko Day, just kind of bringing the day. And that's, of course, what we'll be laying on the statue. That's right here behind me that I'll show you guys here in just a moment. But we also do have the proclamation, which is right here beside me. I'm going to work to get this right here. So here's the proclamation for Piominko Day. And of course, this did start just a couple of years back. And this is actually 20 years that the statue has been in place. And so here is the statue that we'll be laying the wreath on. It's right here in Fairpark. I know a lot of folks know the Elvis statue, but right actually here before the Elvis statue was the Piominko statue. And this is him right here. Again, it just says a war chief of Longtown, which was South Tupelo. So like I said, a local legend here in the Tupelo area, was born around 1750, died 1798. So 48 years of just a legendary life, and definitely grateful for that here in the Tupelo area. And that's why we're bringing it in today. So let me bring this camera back. I think they're getting this dance going, and we're going to circle it back right here. So let me work on getting back to the center area. You can kind of hear them in the background. Yeah, I think we're heading that way. I'm going to try and get you guys an aerial view.
Yeah, at all. My like no, here. I'm gonna say I am.
I'm not going to spoil too much for you guys. You guys are going to come out here and witness it for yourself. Again, 10:30, or sorry, 10 until 1. And that's where folks are going to be here for their lunchtime hour. And I'm going to bring it over here to Brady Davis so he can kind of tell you a little bit more about it. He's, of course, the one kind of behind all of this. So we've been talking to him all week long about this event. And now that it's finally happening, I know folks are just excited. And so Brady's right here. I'm going to bring him on real quick to kind of, I'm putting you on the spot. I'm sorry. But yeah, Brady, this is just a big time event for the city of Tupelo and a big time event to just kind of remember the life of, trying to get the camera to cooperate, the life of Piominko. And so I know a lot of folks like me that are from a little bit outside the area, not too familiar with the life of Piominko. So kind of tell us a little bit about him and why it's such a foundation here in the city of Tupelo.
Well, this is the Chickasaw homeland where the Chickasaw people were removed from in 1837. Piominko is a famous Chickasaw leader who was born around 1750, just a couple miles from here, and went to live with the Cherokee for just a little while, but then came back.
Hang on,
And
I'm so sorry.
no, you're
I don't know what this is doing. Gotta love technology, right?
yeah,
You almost wish it was the simpler times, right?
it's all good,
Okay.
no problem. Yes, and so Piominko was a famous Chickasaw leader. And his Piominko is a contraction of Piominko or prophet leader. So he had visions, which helped Chickasaw people in times of uh, war. In addition, he was very good friends with President George Washington.
Wow.
Visited with Washington a number of times and signed the Treaty of Hopewell, which defined the boundaries of Chickasaw Nation and also began the formal friendship between the United States and Chickasaw Nation. Uh, Pimiko died around 1799, and the statue behind us is an example of what Pimiko may have looked like in the 1790s, with the cap, the military officer's jacket, his gun, the traditional leggings, and of course, when you get around front, you'll see that 1792 presidential peace medal that Washington gave him.
That's so impressive and just so cool that there's local ties to also American ties, and so
Absolutely.
I just again for me that's not from here. It's a little bit something to learn, and so folks are able to come out here today
Yeah.
from 10 to 1 and learn a little bit more about that, and not just about Piominko, but also just the exciting times of the Chickasaw Nation.
Well, today we have a number of Chickasaw dancers and cultural interpreters here from Oklahoma that are helping us today. We'll be doing some dances. We have a number of education stations, which we're really excited about. We expanded the event a couple of years ago from just the wreath laying ceremony to, a morning of cultural immersion and education. So we're really excited about that. And we'll continue that process. This is actually the 20th year. Uh, that Piominko has been here
Wow.
at Fairpark. So even before the Elvis statue, which is neat, which is fitting for a leader of this region that is so important. And when the Chickasaw Heritage Center opens in November of next year, you'll be able to learn much more about it.
Which we are so excited about. I mean,
Oh,
just
yeah.
going to be, I know you guys are counting down the days when that's open and running, right?
Yes, absolutely. Right off the trains, really excited. We're a good bit through construction of phase one, substantial completion in June of next year. It'll take a few months to get the exhibits in, and we're right at 90% complete with the exhibits. Very impressive. I'm very excited about the exhibits, and then we'll open in November of next year during Native American Heritage Month.
Sweet. Well, I know that's exciting, and we'll get more about all of that here
Yeah.
in just a moment. But I wanted to give folks a sneak peek about what they're missing out on if they're not here right now. But they do still have time. I mean, this is going on until 1 o'clock, and the big ceremony happening at noon.
Correct.
So go ahead and be here, and you can be here for the monumentous occasion of laying that wreath that you guys look forward to every year.
And we have a fun dance for everyone to participate in right at the end of the ceremony.
Really?
It'll be very fun.
Man, well, you got me excited now. So I'm glad I wore short sleeves for it.
There you go.
So, okay, well, that was Brady Davis, and we will get with him in a little bit longer. We can kind of talk more details about what's going on. But yeah, just an exciting time today. And if you do have time, this is going on until 1 p.m., like I've been mentioning. And so go ahead and get out here, enjoy a little bit of your fall break out here, learning about the history of not just, you know, the Chickasaw Nation, but also a Tupelo legend. And we also, I always heard about, Elvis Presley. He was always the one that I heard of whenever I came to Tupelo. But Piominko might have been a little bit more important to Tupelo history than Elvis was. I don't know. That's kind of a hot take, but I know that you guys need to get out here and enjoy it. We also do have, I mentioned all the games that there are, and I failed to mention the one that I'm kind of most excited about, and that's stickball. As you can see right here, the pole in the background. Let me see if I can get the point somewhere in the background, right there. That's part of stickball in that booth right there in the distance. That is, of course, going to be kind of teaching you about stickball, and that right there behind me. And so that's set up for stickball. You also have, like I mentioned, all of the weapons of the time when Piominko was here on Earth. And so you kind of get to take part in that, see how it was used, and of course, just have a great time here in Fairpark. So go ahead and be here. We'll have an updated story on this coming up on Mississippi Live Weather this evening. So stay tuned for that if you're unable to make it. But you're missing out if you don't make it. But for now, I think we'll wrap this up. You kind of got a little bit of a taste of what's going on in Fairpark today. That's happening until 1 p.m. Last reminder right there. But for now, live in Fairpark, meteorologist Gabe Maynor, Mississippi Live Weather.